What's up, gangsters? I just love myself some good old-fashioned outsider art. Specifically of the low-budget, independent, misguided, like passion, vanity project variety. Movies with an inexperienced, often incompetent director at its helm, resulting in just these mind-boggling, convention-defying pieces of just like unintentionally funny and entertaining works of art. Think Things, or The Holdra, or Trash Cans of Terror, just to name a few movies that I've covered recently on my channel. And so, enter Surfer, Teen Confronts Fear. And before we go any further, check out the movie's website to see if it's screening anywhere near you in the foreseeable future. Because honestly, the best way to experience this movie would be in a theater setting without knowing anything before going in. It isn't? Well, let's continue. Surfer is the brainchild of Douglas Burke, a Californian physics professor and participant of the cinematic arts for many years. Yet Surfer is his first movie to be released to the public. This probably goes without saying, but of course he wrote, produced, composed the music, and directed it. Initially intended to just be a simple progression compilation video of his son surfing, this somehow over the course of all those years turned into a narrative-ish feature-length movie. But don't worry, there's still more than enough surfing footage. Which technically, considering when he started recording his son, making this movie 9 years in the making. So what do we get here? At its core, this movie couldn't be any simpler. I mean, the title kind of gives it away. This kid is traumatized by nearly dying while riding this huge wave. And then over the course of this movie, he learns to confront his fears. Get it? In order for him to eventually ride that big wave again. It's just, you probably didn't expect that he does so through the guidance of the spirit of his dead father. But better get used to that, because really the whole first scene is basically his father, which of course is played by Burke himself, going on a seemingly endless stream of conscience, which starts out fine, but eventually delves into this wild, unintelligible, preacher-like monologue filled with spiritual and religious jibber-jabber that really has to be seen to be believed. But really, it's like the ravings of a madman, but at the same time it feels 100% sincere. Really, like Burke's passion burst from the screen, even though all the while his son, which to be clear is played by his actual son, seems to not really wanting to be there. And did I mention that this scene goes on for 50 minutes? Not in a, haha, this scene goes on for like 50 minutes. This scene literally goes on for 50 goddamn minutes. Really, like basically one static shot of father and son against a rock. Intercut with surfing footage, of course. And then there's a dead whale involved at some point as well, obviously. Yeah, this isn't your grandparents' Teen Confronts Fear type of movie. After this, you're now 50 minutes in, remember? The kid goes on a spiritual journey of kinds that includes visiting a military hospital, meeting a bunch of people, and of course, spoiler alert, eventually riding that dreaded big wave. There might also be some military conspiracy involved along the way, but honestly, I couldn't tell. I would also rather have you just experiencing this all by yourself. And while this all might sound like your average passion project, which honestly it might be, it's just, this movie just has all the typical, or should I say essential outsider art qualities that really, to me personally, makes this one of those kind of movie experiences. I wouldn't argue that it's a well-made movie, but it's just so passionate and sincere and potentially filled with some of the director's own deeply rooted unresolved issues that this, it just transcends any kind of normal, traditional movie watching experiences. The fact that the first 50 minutes or, the first scene is completely ADR, dubbed over, including Burke stumbling over his line and he's still trying to match that. The arguably offensive portrayal of a disabled character. That one Coca-Cola scene, trust me, if you see, you'll know what I mean. The bringing up and seemingly without a sweat abandoning subplots. The fact that the credits include hands folding flag, it's like there's just so much going on here that I keep repeating myself, but truly makes this a unique experience. And well, I should probably leave it at that. You know, this is a little frustrating because I hate recommending movies to you guys that, you know, like aren't easily accessible to the public, to, you know, like you guys. Because, yeah, I absolutely recommend you guys checking out this movie. It's just, I wasn't joking earlier when I brought up the website and its screening dates, because from what I understand, the director has no intention whatsoever to ever release this to the public, you know, like on Blu-ray or DVD, like on home video, or like on streaming. So really the only way to catch this movie is if it just happens to be screening in a theater near you in the United States. Which I just do not get. I mean, honestly, like, this movie has all the potential to become like a minor cult classic, and I feel like by releasing it to the public, it'll only add to the word of mouth, which eventually will result in these sold out midnight screenings that the director seems to enjoy attending. But hey, what do I know? Like I said, it's obviously a very personal movie. I'm sure the director has his reasons for not wanting to release it to like a wider audience. It's just, and it just leaves me baffled and wondering, like, who the hell is this made for then? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you thought of this video. I know it's maybe a little different than normally. I don't often review movies that aren't available to the public, but I really wanted to talk to you guys about this one. I mean, it's Surfer, Teen Confronts Fear. So yeah, let me know, and then I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, have a nice day.